Every time I wanted to do something, there was always an expected association with my race. I'm going to biotechnology as my intended major, because I'm Indian. I'm taking advanced placement classes, including AP Calculus, AP Biology, and AP Computer Science, because I'm Indian. My dream school, UC Irvine, with a large Asian population of about 36%, is only my dream school, because I'm Indian. Sound familiar yet? I'm my own person, but I felt tied down or held back by this association with my race. I felt like I needed to stay indoors to preserve my fair complexion, as I could only be beautiful with my lighter skin tone. I'm expected by some people who aren't my parents to have an arranged marriage. Yet I've been told that I have frizzy hair. Yet I've been told that I must be ugly because my parents had an arranged marriage and that they, and I quote, bred someone with ugly features. Yet I've been told that I'm socially awkward and that I can't talk to boys. But I'm not. I'm an introvert, yes, but that's my personality, not a byproduct of my race. I also felt like I would be judged for enjoying Bollywood songs and films, as they aren't cool or classy enough, and that I should be more into rappers and pop songs. Since I felt like I couldn't live up to these standards, and because I live in America, I thought that I needed to change myself and my individuality in order to fit in.
I live within a duality. Growing up in America as a daughter of Indian immigrants, I'm immersed within the most extraordinary cultures. My Indian heritage intertwines with my American upbringing. To be Indian is to be intense, as everything always is. The food, which emits a fusion of the most mouth-watering aromas. The clothes, that consist of the most vibrant colors. And even the dances with their unique style and animated choreography. Yet it isn't considered cool. There's a clear negative connotation towards being Indian. Growing up, I felt ashamed, like I needed to change myself, to be more American or white in order to be normal or fit in. So I avoided the food, participating in the dances, and I never wanted to wear the clothes. I felt like the more I rejected my Indian culture and conformed to American or white standards, the more that I was accepted. This predicament has had consequences for my confidence and self-image, including a dissatisfaction with my skin tone. The idea of discrimination through colorism is not exclusive towards Indian culture, but applicable to many other Asian cultures as well. The consequences of this history is generation after generation associating a lighter skin tone with beauty and status. This mindset has had unfortunate effects. Girls are told that a darker complexion takes away from your marriageability. Actresses are denied roles due to their skin tone, and people let appearance determine the way that they treat others.
The media does not do much to rectify the inaccurate perceptions of the Indian community. While representation in itself is uncommon, the few acknowledgements we do get are often negative and judgmental views from people who are not only ignorant, but lack respect for differing identities. For example, the media, including TV shows and films, typically thrive off of a token character, often the only cast member who is a person of color. This character usually fits many negative stereotypes. And when we do refer to Asians, they typically only refer to East Asia, excluding India, a country with over 1 billion people, and its surrounding nations. Why isn't there a word to describe our features, to represent us, when we represent about a seventh of the world's entire population? While we're technically considered Asian, it's not logical to combine all the history, countries, and cultures present in such a large continent as one.
When we do manage to get some representation, the character fits well into the cookie-cutter stereotype of being super smart, weird, and having an accent. But Indians aren't built like that. We're all different, and it's not fair to assume we're all the same. For example, take Karan Brar playing Ravi Ross on my childhood Disney show, Jessie. While his accent is ever present on camera, the actor off camera speaks perfect English. Or even Raj on The Big Bang Theory, with a heavy accent who is plagued by his inability to talk to women and often trying to escape arranged marriages set up by his parents. Refer to the controversial role Apu Nahasapima Petalan, with the last name so lengthy, even I have trouble pronouncing it, on the popular show The Simpsons. He's the owner of a corner store, the Quickie Mart, and scenes involving him include racial slurs and racial microaggressions. When this frequent occurrence was publicly criticized, rather than working towards solving the problem, the show's creator, Matt Groening, just decided to decrease the frequency of appearances.
In order for many actors of South Asian descent to attain parts, they must be ready to take on degrading roles and unfortunately disgrace their culture. Mindy Kaling, or Kelly Kapoor on The Office, was born Veera Mindy Chokalingam and changed her surname professionally simply because she thought people would be unable to pronounce it and that they wouldn't even bother trying. Priyanka Chopra, former Miss World, famous Bollywood actress, and gaining popularity in America through Hollywood and through roles like Alex Parrish on Quantico, even lost her role once, simply due to her skin color. She was told she just wasn't the right physicality for the part. And mistaking this as a weight issue, it was crushing to learn the truth. Her skin was too brown.
Because we don't really have anyone who breaks these untrue stereotypes on TV or the media in general, there are identity conflicts, where I'm confused on who I should be and how I must act, and I'm automatically associated with traits unlike my own. The impact of this kind of demeaning representation has been called out numerous times, like through the documentary, The Problem with Apu, written by Hari Kondalabolu, who grew up watching The Simpsons. Members of the Indian community often have to deal with a catchphrase specific to an Indian character on a show being thrown at them, or have to deal with an inaccurate perception of their beliefs. Having such blatantly racist icons to relate to, simply because they're the only characters that even remotely resemble my appearance or culture, is confounding for my self-image and self-esteem. I shouldn't just be grateful to have any representation. I should be proud of it, and actually relate to the characters for the people that they are.
The worst part is, we don't say anything. We don't stand up for ourselves. We allow these ideas to formulate our beliefs, which causes us to hide our individuality, and subsequently, our culture. As a result of this ever-present phenomenon, we didn't celebrate our culture, our roots, when we really should have. We never wanted to eat the food, and we never wanted to share stories about our various traditions with our friends. We never wanted to wear Indian attire in public, and we never wanted anyone to know that we listened to Indian songs.
But there's no reason to hide that part of our lives anymore. Although we have a long way to go, every day it gets better. More and more actors are standing up for themselves and refusing to play racist roles. More and more people are calling out this negative representation and the lack of representation in itself. Progress in media is demonstrated through actors like Aziz Ansari, who refuse to take on stereotypical roles that misrepresent the South Asian population. The Indian community has so much to offer, with our values of education and hospitality, the fact that we always put family first, and the brighter, more vibrant energy that we bring to the table. These are the values that should be highlighted throughout the media, and we must learn to love ourselves and never forget where we came from.
Ultimately, there shouldn't be feelings of shame associated with race. Diversity should be embraced. We want to bring awareness to the inaccurate stereotypes associated with Indian heritage and the lack of representation. Most of all, we want people to feel comfortable in their own skin, to take pride within their own culture and their own race. People expect me to be either Indian or American, but now I know, I'm just me.
I want to be okay with who I am, and I want to love how I look. I don't want to be afraid of being too dark or chase and idolize Caucasian features that I'll never attain, nor should I want to.
Every day, it does get better, but we must continue this journey by supporting minority characters and promoting narratives that don't fit typical stereotypes. The media must include new Indian narratives, but also new narratives for all races in general.
We all play a unique role in overcoming these barriers, this resistance caused by an uncontrollable attribute, race. We must share our own culture, promote our unique experiences, and be more open to differences among us. We hope for a world where everyone can be proud, where they can share their individuality without shame, where differences are embraced, and where all colors are equal. We envision a reality where all the hues blend seamlessly, where people stand up for themselves and embrace their unique beauty, regardless of their skin tone. I aspire to help take part in a new attitude, a shift in the current mentality of today's society where everyone can be truly celebrated for themselves and never have the desire to change who they are. Thank you.